let me catch my breath. Remind me how it feels to hear your voice.
First exercise on my program today is the dumbbell shoulder press. What I'll be doing is pyramiding up from 8 reps to 15, and on my final set, what I'll be looking to do is a drop set until failure. I'll be looking to start relatively heavy, but throughout each and every set, I'll be seeking to maintain the same form and technique and tempo. Before starting my first working set, I'll always try to progressively increase the weight through around 2 to 3 warm-up sets until I get to my working weight for that first set of 8. One thing which I stress and I emphasize with my clients regarding their form and technique with any exercise is a focus on the eccentric portion of the lift. Now, what is the eccentric portion of the lift? The concentric is when you lift or exert effort, lift the weight up. The eccentric portion of a lift is whenever you relax or put the weight down. In the instance of the dumbbell shoulder press, the concentric phase would be when you lift the dumbbells up in the air, and the eccentric is when you control the weight back down towards your shoulders. Now, I see it time and again, people tend to forego or ignore that eccentric portion of the lift. They sort of relax, and they don't place the emphasis on stress on the deltoid like they probably should. My recommendation, and just food for thought, consider slowing down that eccentric portion of the lift. Consciously think about lowering the weight down for around, say, 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now, what this might mean is that you might need to lower the weight for the amount of repetitions that you would usually do for, say, a set of 10. But that's okay. Your muscle has no idea what number is on the end of that dumbbell. So check your ego at the door, think about training the specific muscle that you're after, not necessarily always the weight that you are lifting. Bodybuilding is all about creating the illusion that you're bigger than you actually are. If you can accentuate certain features on your physique, you can actually create the illusion that your physique has a larger stature or structure to it. One example is prioritizing the lateral head and rear delt of your deltoids. If you can focus or place emphasis on those smaller muscle groups when you are designing your training program, what you will actually find is increasing size in those smaller muscle groups will create a more proportional physique. It will make you appear wider than you actually are. So my second exercise, dumbbell lateral raises, I'll be doing 5 sets of 15. And one thing that I really want to stress is when you perform dumbbell lateral raises, really focus on doing that squeeze and contraction through the lateral head as you perform each rep.
Tell me why you love these games.
Now, as you get deeper and deeper into your set of dumbbell lateral raises, it can be very tempting to flap the wings up and use momentum to bring the dumbbell up in order to force out a couple of extra reps. What I would stress with great importance is that you try to focus on controlling the dumbbell up with every single repetition until it becomes unbearable. You should feel that pain, burning sensation, not a sharp pain, a burning sensation in that lateral head. Feel the burn, apply the blowtorch, keep repping it out, but placing tension on that lateral head at all times. Next exercise on our agenda is actually a superset. We're going to do dumbbell Arnold press, 10 to 12 repetitions, supersetted with double-handed cable lateral flies. So with the dumbbell Arnold press, from supinated up to pronated, our hand, our grip, is actually going to rotate through the movement. raises, there are times where I actually remove the handle and I use the cable on its own, because then I can dictate the angle at which I have my wrist and my hand. Again, with the cable lateral raises, I'm trying to mimic what I would do with a dumbbell lateral raise, whereby my thumb faces down at a 45-degree angle, pouring the milk out. Alright, getting deep into the shoulder workout right now. Feeling physically, mentally and emotionally spent, but that's okay. We're going to move straight on to standing machine military press, 10 to 12 repetitions, supersetted with machine lateral raises, 12 to 15 repetitions. 3 sets. That final set we're going to do a drop set till failure. Now the rear delts are quite a small muscle group. Consequently, you don't need to be lifting huge, exorbitant amounts of weight in order to elicit growth in that particular muscle. What you do need to do is establish a clear mind-muscle connection with your rear delt as you perform exercises like rear delt flies, machine rear delt flies, or face pulls. First exercise we're going to do here is dumbbell rear delt flies. Focuses on the contraction. Focus on the squeeze. Less about the weight, more about the squeeze. Final superset for the session, machine rear delt flies, supersetted with rope face pulls. First exercise 10 to 12 reps, face pulls 15 to 20 reps. Again, focusing on that mind-muscle connection with our rear delt, focusing on the squeeze, focusing on the contraction, more so than any weight that we are lifting.